Hi guys, back with another video. It's Gigi again, and this week we are going to go into some practice with accents. Okay, this might be a little bit boring, but I've been collecting these over the past couple, crazy quarantine months. But and I'm also just naturally good at some accents, so if y'all wanted to know about some stuff, I'd be happy to tell you. So let's get started. Um, I'm just going to be doing some example sayings in a British accent because that's basically for me like the easiest one to do. So we're just going to start off with that. Okay. So I'm just going to be saying some words and then you can repeat after me when I do a hand gesture, okay? So to ask something is more like to ask something. And then an example sentence is because of A turning everything into O, it would be more like we ask to be cast fast instead of we ask to be cast fast. Oh, this is Luna. She's my absolute best friend. I love her. But she'll be coming into my videos every once in a while because she's needy. So, anyway, we ask to be cast fast. And some of these might be tongue twisters, so just do what you can at your leisure. After half the task on the raft. After half the task on the raft. After half the task on the raft. He can't laugh in the bath. He can't laugh in the bath. So it would be, we ask to be cast fast. After half the task, he can't laugh in the bath. For example, I command you to stay on the grass. This example takes us halfway or part of the way on the fast path to a perfect accent. This example takes us halfway or part of the way on the fast path to a perfect accent. So I don't exactly know why some A's are sounding like some O's and some A's are just some A's, but I don't know. That's just how the Brits came about, at least. So, for example, accent is not accent, that's kind of the misconception with Cockney accents in Britain. People think it's like accent. No, it's accent, but still you accent it. So it's like, for example, this example takes us halfway or part of the way on the fast path to a perfect accent. So, and then the next letters that are going to do that sound different is R turns into O/A. So for example, ah, like the word A-R-E. Ah. Instead of saying my arm hurt, you would say my arm hurt. And what's weird is some words are said the exact same, even though they're spelled different. Like court and caught are caught. Like I caught a fish, or I went to court. In Britain, I caught a fish, I went to court. It's the exact same. It's weird. And this is a really tongue twister. So at your leisure, I was in court as I was caught. See, it's like the exact same word, so it's like you're repeating it over and over. And with A sounding like O and the R being silent, another sentence would be, Mark's car is far away, sir. Mark's car is far away, sir. So with that one, you would say the R, in far. You wouldn't be like far. You would be like far away, but only a little bit. Other mothers and fathers were on tour. So that one you say tour, like That's kind of how the French say it, like tour instead of tour, tur. I don't know who says tur. It's weird. Other mothers and fathers were on tour. And door sounds like D-A-W, door. Door. The door. The third door is harder. All you have to do is call in the fall. All you have to do is call in the fall. So that's all of those A's are sounding like O. So that's not really that hard to do. All you have to do is call in the fall. My heart was mortally hurt when you hurled that marker at me. My heart was mortally hurt when you hurled that marker at me. Again, that one, if there's like an A word, like away or at or any A word after a word that ends with R, you would say the R for that, because then my marker away. So that just sounds a little bit weird. My marker away, or marker at me. But you still say the first R, like ah. My heart. So that one, the R is silent as well. And mortally. And an important note, a very, very important note with British accents is you definitely pronounce the T. My heart was mortally hurt when you hurled that marker at me. If you like, are pretty good, sometimes it's like hurled, and then at the end of that D sound, you make a T. Like for example, butter makes us fatter. Instead of butter makes us fatter, like Americans say, butter makes us fatter. My daughter ought to have caught her. My daughter ought to have caught her. My daughter ought to have caught her. Sometimes you pronounce it, sometimes you really don't. And then this one is one people know a lot, is tomato. It's like kind of a meme sometimes, like tomato, So with the O, it's kind of like a little bit of a, I don't really know how to describe it. It's like, it's less more like an O, it's more like an O, like an O, and like an O. So tomato. I know I said tomato like a million times. Or farm. Farm is like F-A-A-H-H-H-H-M. My ma is calm on the farm. My ma is calm on the farm. My ma is calm on the farm. We like large art in Colorado. We like large art in Colorado. We like large art in Colorado. And the last one is I sounds like multiple I's and multiple Y's. I, sort of like that. Empire State Building. Empire State Building. Building is normal, but still it's like building and not building. And a lot of other people notice as well. Waters are pretty common. With water sounds like water. Water. So it sounds like W-A-W-T-U-H-H-H-H-H, like multiple H's. Water. Water. Titus for Titus Andronicus. Sounds like Titus, not Titus. And Y sounds in words sounds like multiple Y's, multiple E's, and multiple U's. Ew. New York. New York. You almost don't need to make the EU at the end of that Y. but there's no Y in New York because, you know, there's already a W at the end of New. New York. I assume it's Tuesday. I assume it's Tuesday. It's not I assume it's Tuesday. I assume it's Tuesday. So you'd better go now. So you'd better go now. So that's all the things I've been teaching you. You'd is EU, better with the T, go, O, and now is more like an AO sound. When you listen to British accents, try hard not to copy one voice. Yes, this is very important because, you know, there are like many famous movies from Britain, of course, like Harry Potter. Like I've seen them all a million times, and that's pretty much where I got my British accent really good, and as well as me watching the Great British Baking Show, guilty pleasure. And I'm also just a natural, and I'm like, you know, British actually, but no matter. It takes practice, but don't copy one voice because some people sound very different. Like Northern Brits sound more like Yiddish or like Oidish, Irish. And Northern Brits are kind of Scottish too. So yeah. It's important to learn on your own. Yes, it is important to research and watch, but it's also important to learn on your own because, like I said before, people can sound very different. But another important note, make sure you find the right accent to listen to. So this is important as well because like some people can be like obvious, like really, really bad people, like the stereotypical accent that Americans think that all British people have is a Cockney accent where they talk like this all the time. And it's just very overpronounced. And it's common for some people. It's like people from South London, I think, or no, it's East London, sorry. I got that wrong, but the normal one is more like this. So it's a little bit like overpronounced, more overpronounced than American, but less than Cockney. But nearly all British accents include mixtures of other ones. But virtually all British plays, the ones produced in the USA anyway, require the accent of the British accent. Like British plays made in the US require the accent like this, you know, you can do Cockney or whatever the character requires of the play, but it's just usually the regular British accent. So when you are doing a research, search for people who have films on YouTube that have similar ones to me. So don't find ones that people are like fake or really bad. Stop. And just, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this video today. I hope this was very helpful if you're trying to learn the accent, but it's also just for fun. You know, a lot of the time I just do it for fun. Like on the other day, I was just challenging myself to do it and see if I could do it all day. But, you know, that wasn't really successful. But just anyway, it's just a very fun thing, and I hope you'll take me up on it. Like this video down below and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thanks, guys.